Hi and welcome. In this video, we are going to discuss about chef and linear chess question from August long challenge. Okay, so let me just briefly tell you what the question is saying. The problem statement is saying. The problem statement is saying that you will be given the chef's chess position. Okay, a square K. Fine. This is where a pawn of chef is currently placed at this particular position. Fine, and we have a one-dimensional board, so it is like a 1D array. Okay, now for different players, their current positions are given, their starting positions. So for the first player, the starting position is 4. For another player, the starting position is 3, and so on. Fine, and then they are saying that they can move according to their starting positions only. So if the player is present at the 4th position, the next he can move is to 8th position. So 1 2 3 4 8th position. Next he can move to another 4 positions. Okay, so if he is standing at pi position, next he can move to pi plus pi position. Next he can move to this 2 pi plus pi. Next he can move to this 3 pi plus pi. Okay, so each and every time we can add more pi to the current position. So 4 plus 4, then plus 4, then plus 4, and so on. Okay, so it is nothing but pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, and so on. That is nothing but what is the current position, and its multiples will be the different positions for this player. Okay, so if the current position is 3, the multiples of 3 6 9 12 14 15. So these will be the positions of this player if he moves. Okay, now they're asking that by moving like this, if any of the player happens to have the same position as the chef position is 6, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. Fine, so he can, what he can do, he can take that pawn. Okay, so chef is an easy target for all the players, but chef will lose the game if his pawn is captured. Okay, so if we start from 4, so 4 is 4 8 12 16 and so on. 6 will never come in its multiple, so the player starting at position 4 can never capture the pawn of chef. Similarly, if we start from 3 3 6 9, see 6 came in the multiple of 3, so that means the player starting from position 3 can capture the pawn of chef. If we start from 2, so it is 2 4 6, so 6 came in the multiple of 2. That means the player starting from position 2 can capture the pawn of chef. For 8 it is not possible. Fine, so 2 3, the player with position 3 and the player with position 2 are capable of capturing the pawn at position 6, that is the chef's pawn position. Fine, we need to find out that which player will take minimum number of moves. Okay, which will take minimum number of moves, or we need to determine that it is not possible. Fine, so which player will take minimum number of moves? 3 will just take 2 moves and 2 will take 3 moves. Okay, so the player with starting with position 3 will take the minimum number of moves. That is what we need to find out, the minimum number of moves. Now I hope you actually got the logic by this explanation itself. What we have to do is, we are given K and we are given array elements A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and so on. Okay, so we just need to check whether K is divisible by element or not, divisible by AI or not. If it is divisible by AI, then what is the quotient? Okay, so what is K divided by AI? Let's store it in some variable X, because 6 divided by 3 is 2. This will give us how many moves it will take for 3 to reach 6. Okay, so these are nothing but moves. Fine, and we need to find the minimum number of moves. Okay, as simple as that. So let's have a minimum variable. Fine, so if this minimum is greater than X, then minimum equals to X, and we apply the player equals to AI, because we do not need to print the minimum number of moves, we need to print the player which is taking the minimum number of moves. Fine, so we update the player with this particular AI. So what we are doing is, for each K we check whether K mod A1 equal to 0 or not. If it is equal to 0, then simple, if X, in X we do keep the number of steps and we update the minimum value and the player value. If the minimum is updated, then player will also be updated with it. because we need player with the minimum moves. So if minimum moves is x, then which player is making these many moves? So that is given to us by AI. Therefore it is stored here in the player. Okay, this we are doing for each and every array elements. Fine, and whichever element gives me the minimum moves and the player that is giving that minimum move, both are stored. Finally we will be printing player. Fine, if the minimum value, initial minimum value, which we will take as int max, if the minimum value does not change, that means, what is the meaning of this point? If the minimum value does not change, that means no one actually have this condition as true. None element have the condition as true, so that means no element can divide k. No element, k is not a multiple of any element. Fine, in that case we will print -1. For example, if we take 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, no element can divide 4. Okay, because all elements are greater than 4. So this minimum will never, this condition will never be fulfilled. So min will remain int max. So that in that case we will be printing -1. Okay, so we just need to take k and divide each and every element by k if it is divisible, and we need to find out how that the quotient, the minimum quotient, and the player, okay, with that minimum value. Fine, so that is the question. It's a very simple question. You just need to understand this part. Fine, that these are nothing but multiples, and therefore we are just dividing and getting that how many moves it will take. Okay, let's see the implementation. See here, we are taking t as the input, then we are taking n and k as the input. Minimum is int max value. Okay, then we are taking p and player. So each time we will take array elements as input, one array element as input. Okay, we will check whether this element can divide k or not. If it can divide k, then we will simply get an answer, k divided by p. Fine. If this answer is less than minimum, then we update the minimum and we update the player of this, because we need to print the player with the minimum value. Okay, so we update the player also. And finally, if minimum is not equal to int max, we print the player, and if the minimum is equal to int max, we print -1. That means if minimum is equal to int max, this condition never was fulfilled, and if this condition is not fulfilled, that means k is not divisible by any of the array values. Now while implementing, you can take array elements all as input and then do this task. Okay, or you can just take one by one as input and perform the task. Okay, that's your choice. Fine, thank you.